Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give a big round of applause to all first place winner across the season 4 HackaTRON. For the Web3 track, congratulations to Tron Arcos for Trust Site winning the judge vote and the Crypto Duo for winning the community vote. In the DeFi category, USTX with Argon, you have taken the first place in both judge and community votes. Fantastic job. On the GameFi, Tron Joy with Doolers for judge choice and Cookies, Rush and Run by Cookies World for winning the community vote. Congratulations. In the realm of NFTs, we got Nick Mura's Bobby Boat trade as the judge selection and the TNS domains by Solidity Gods winning the community heart. Bravo. In the builder track, Alk Finance, Farm as a Service, you have won the judge vote and the Just Money spot by Just Money. The community vote goes with you. Kudos. Finally, for the eco-friendly track, cheers to Eco Market for winning the judge vote and the Trump Power by Lamote Joseph, the community pick. Congratulations to all winners. You are all taking us leaps ahead in the decentralized future. Stay tuned as season 5 of the HackaTRON is just around the corner and we'll have the similar tracks and the prize. Looking forward to seeing it.
Episode 31, I believe. And today we are going to be going over all of our HackaTRON winners for season 4. And for this interview, we bring to you Elk Finance, the first place winners in the builder track. So welcome. Thank you so much for hopping on the call with us. Please tell us a little bit about yourself and what your project is all about.
Great. So my name's Shiloh. So Elk has been around since March 2021. And from the beginning, our mission had been, let's connect all the chains. And I think we're getting there. So right now we're on, 20 different chains at the time of this recording, with more to be added very soon. So we have a product called ElkNet, which basically acts as a mediator between all of these chains. Now, what separates us from other bridges is really our mission to be decentralized and permissionless. So we want basically with everyone with our bridging as a service product that's coming out, we want everyone to be able to kind of permissionlessly use the ElkNet infrastructure to build their own custom token bridge so that they can deploy on multiple chains. And that's kind of what we believe the future to be is multi-chain. So that's kind of Elk in a nutshell.
True. The future is definitely multi-chain. And I love your shirt, by the way. I can be seeing it as you speak. That's amazing.
Yeah, thanks. There are conference shirts, so everyone can spot us when we go.
That's awesome. I didn't even notice that first and foremost.
They're cool. They're super cool.
Oh, thanks, man.
So
I know Stephen, I know you guys have some questions you want to ask as well, so let's get to it.
Cool. I'll ask the next one. So I know this is probably an older question since you've already actually built on Tron before on season 3, but what made you choose to participate in the first place and what made you come back?
Yeah, so we really love the community and, how excited they were to see our products and see what we were doing last time connecting BitTorrent and this time launching farming as a service, which is currently only available on the BitTorrent mainnet.
Farming as a service.
Yeah, exactly. Farming as a service. So we just wanted to come back and make sure we got, kept contributing to the ecosystem because I think it's a really, really vibrant community. And we're just really excited to kind of be here. And the hackathon didn't hurt either, the fact that we can build and maybe get some support for development. It's rough out there. So
exactly.
But it's been a whole lot of fun. So
I'm probably going to ask you this question in another way later on, but in terms of the community, what about it made it seem so palpable and what made it seem so attractive for you and your team? Because I love hearing about what aspects of the community make it so fun for developers to build on.
Well, I think the supportiveness of the community. So people were willing to ask like important questions, ask about how stuff worked, why it mattered even, so it was great. It facilitated this amazing discussion where we could get really down into how something works and remind yourself actually why you're doing it. When you've got the community asking these pointed questions that are frankly really great. So yeah, I think a big part of that is just not only that, just the positivity.
Yeah, that's
Everyone's
super
excited for
important.
you to succeed.
Everyone's happy, everyone's building, everyone's
Yeah.
working together. Like it's a great environment to be in, and it really makes you want to get involved, just keep on building and just build better technically. Like just build better and build a great project and product and service that really services that amazing community, because you don't want to let them down. You want to give them value. You want to just make everybody happy. You want everybody to win. It really is a great environment.
Yeah, it was great.
I love as a community manager, we love hearing that, and we love hearing the communities pushing things forward and making it an attractive environment for developers. So we love hearing that. So thank you for that.
Absolutely. Yeah. And in the past, folks have been a little less than enthused because, they're really understandably so focused in their own environment, their own chain, and they see a multi-chain project and they're like, oh, I don't really know about this. But it's great to have your guys' support doing that, just knowing that it takes, a bunch of working together. And then the more we work together, the more we can work together in the future. So everyone kind of wins.
It's a win-win.
I love hearing that. So, Shiloh, speaking on that, what would be some of the value that you think you're trying to bring to Tron with your project? Because I know you mentioned the community and then, being that cross-chain kind of application. So what would be the value you want to bring?
Yeah, so we'd like to bring some more interest to, BitTorrent and eventually Tron. Being with farming as a service, which is what our hackathon entry this year was, you can, permissionlessly build your own farms for a nominal fee on our Elk Dex at app.elk.finance. And so we want to see people from other chains coming and building on BitTorrent. We want to see volume increase. We want to see a lot of cross-chain transfers into BitTorrent. We want people to play with the ecosystem. We want everyone to sample everything that you guys have got. And if they're in there sampling the community, I think they're going to like what they're going to find. So yeah,
I definitely agree with that. And it's kind of funny. I do have a passion for agriculture outside of cryptocurrency. So I love that your project was bringing kind of two different worlds together. So I definitely see that. So
yeah, absolutely.
And then I would say also, like, what would be one of your favorite aspects of Tron, whether it was building on it? I know you mentioned the community, but what was one of your favorite aspects?
Yeah, I think the reliability of BitTorrent chain didn't give us any trouble. It's a nice EVM. It was really reliable, really easy to build on. We haven't had any real issues. So that's always great.
That's phenomenal.
It just was smooth. So I think that was one of the best parts of building. And we noticed it's an ecosystem that's really ample for growth. So I think that'll be an exciting piece as well.
No, that's amazing.
Love that. I have one really important question, and I'm hoping, since your experience with the last year or so in the hackathon for season 3 and season 4 could help us really drive us home. But for new developers, new projects looking to get on Tron and the blockchain, but also maybe a future hackathon, what kind of insights, what kind of advice would you give to those new developers who are working on Tron for the first time and maybe kind of easing their way into the ecosystem?
I'd say really going back, sounding like a broken record here, but consulting the community and finding out what they think, what they would like, what do they think is a good idea, pitch it. You're not just there to build and say, here you go. You kind of involve them along the way and get them to ask questions and get their opinion on things. Oh, hey, maybe you might get some good ideas on the way that's going to make your product more valuable. And the community is, really knowledgeable about the product and they know what they want. So these are the people, their needs that you have to serve. So if you're paying attention to that, going into the hackathon, building what you need to build, then you can't go wrong. Because they're also the ones, voting for the community prizes. And a lot of these judges are also in the community, right?
Exactly.
So you got to be paying attention to that. So, yeah.
So, Shal, thank you for that great answer in terms of the community being a great part of why someone should be part of the blockchain for Tron and kind of using that as advice. But I know for some developers, not all, so I don't want to generalize, but a lot of developers, when they build something, they love to, listen to feedback. There's not always the time for them to like get the feedback and take it with stride. So, what kind of mindset or what kind of space should someone be in to get that feedback from the community?
Yeah, so I think you have to go in knowing that your product isn't finished, even if you think it's finished. So you've got to be able to absorb some of that feedback. And even if you can't do it right now, you're on a deadline for the submission deadline for the hackathon, you've got to be able to take that feedback and implement it somewhere along the line. If at least consider it, because like I said before, it's the community's input, and the community are the ones that are using your product. And if you make it not as usable, then that's hurting both you and the community. So it makes no sense not to go in with that mindset of taking constructive feedback, implementing it as you go, because these are these important things. If it's something that's currently out of scope, be honest. Tell the community, hey, like, I'd love to do this. This is an idea we thought of. We just don't have the dev power right now. But I think as we go and we get more usage out of this, maybe we can raise some funds and be able to introduce features like these. So I think being open and transparent, and then taking that constructive feedback.
Wonderful.
That
was powerful. That was perfect.
Yes, thank you so much.
When you were speaking, I'm like, what? Yeah, no, everybody should literally just be open to taking constructive criticism and feedback and really just building for the community. Like, that is probably the number one perfect answer that we may even hear for this entire ATB for that specific question.
Great.
I definitely enjoy the transparency. Like you said, if you can't fulfill that request, just be honest. I think that's really powerful. And kind of going on that, for recommendations or how projects can kind of build moving forward for new projects or people who are interested in the hackathon. What would some of your advice be or recommendations for somebody getting involved?
Yeah, be realistic. So like, don't make this crazy proposal for something you can't build, or just really make sure you talk to your devs and understand.
Hey, can we build this?
Yeah, is that buildable? Like, how can we do it? And yeah, again, engaging with the community, taking feedback, and really making sure that what you're offering is something that people are going to use. It's funny, but that's something that some projects don't consider. Like, is anyone going to use this?
That is a huge point. A lot of people build applications or start businesses that really doesn't need to exist at the moment. Or sometimes it's a great, amazing, perfect project and idea, but it'll be way ahead of its time. So it might be a great idea, but like the community or the general public isn't there yet for it, which I think may have happened with the metaverse in the beginning. It's like, great idea, we're getting there, except for it took years for it to really take off like it needs to.
You look at Google Glass, Google Glass was a great project.
Oh, Google Glass,
way ahead of its time. But if you had started development, been where they were at near the end,
if they were announcing it like now, people would be all for it. They'd be buying it, going crazy. Like the new Apple VR headsets, I think, getting announced like this very moment. And people are going to be spending $3,000 for it. If Google Glass just held off 10 years, whatever. I don't know when they first launched, but it's like if they just waited till when it was ready, people would be like, I'm all in.
Exactly.
That's why one of our questions is, what value do you plan to bring with it, with your project to Tron? So, because it's an important question. We don't mean it in like a condescending way, but it's, what value, what use case, what solution are you bringing? And I think anybody who builds around that idea or that kind of premise, you're going to build something great. So we really saw the benefit, and I think the community saw the benefit as well in your project. So really glad that you guys won.
Yeah, well, we're really glad to be here and participate, and we look forward to future ones.
Absolutely. Thank you, Elk Finance.
Soy Álvaro Ventura, uno de los socios fundadores de Cookies World. Cuando empezamos este proyecto, al principio me encargaba un poco de todo. De hecho, los primeros bocetos de los cookies, que son NFTs que representan a los personajes principales del juego, los hice yo. A medida que fuimos creciendo, mis funciones se fueron enfocando más en la dirección. Y ahora mismo tenemos un equipo de más de 15 personas en Cookies World y mi día a día básicamente consiste en gestionar el rumbo de la empresa junto con mis otros socios y los encargados de los diferentes departamentos. La idea de Cookies World nace en verano del año 2021. Ya llevamos tiempo desarrollando la red de TRON y de hecho ya participamos en la segunda edición del HackaTRON, donde dimos a conocer nuestro proyecto y ganamos un premio de la comunidad y otro en la votación de los jueces. Gracias a la nueva categoría Builders, hemos podido volver a presentarnos en esta cuarta edición y mostrar todos los avances que hemos hecho desde entonces en Cookies World. Además, hemos presentado también Rush and Room, un nuevo juego dentro del mundo de los cookies. El hackathon nos da visibilidad dentro de la red de TRON y estamos muy contentos especialmente de haber participado en esta edición, ya que presentamos muchas novedades y cambios importantes en el ecosistema de Cookies World. Nuestro objetivo principal al presentarnos en el hackathon no son los premios económicos, sino dar visibilidad a lo que estamos haciendo, ser más reconocidos en TRON y ojalá poder reunirnos con Huobi para valorar la posibilidad de listar nuestro token en este exchange y de hablar con TRON DAO Ventures para explorar opciones de colaboración e inversión. El premio que hemos obtenido en el hackathon irá en beneficio de nuestra comunidad. En la segunda edición, una parte importante del premio que ganamos se usó para recomprar cookies en nuestro marketplace y darles más valor. En esta ocasión seguramente hagamos algo parecido o alguna otra acción que pueda ser beneficiosa tanto para la comunidad como para nuestro ecosistema. Siempre nos ha parecido muy interesante el uso de la energía que permite a los desarrolladores congelar TRON para operar sin comisiones e incluso asignar esta energía al contrato para que los usuarios puedan operar gratis. Nosotros hemos hecho esto por más de un año en nuestros contratos de staking de cría y en el marketplace en Cookies World, y los usuarios se han podido beneficiar de operar sin coste. Cuando pensamos en Cookies World, nuestro objetivo era crear un juego de mundo abierto en 3 dimensiones, en el que las personas pudieran utilizar sus NFTs para jugar, divertirse y ganar recompensas. Pero lo cierto es que nos hemos ido adaptando al mercado y ahora mismo trabajamos en una idea mucho más grande. Cookies World está en una fase avanzada de desarrollo, pero al mismo tiempo tenemos otros 3 juegos en proceso y ya tenemos planeados al menos otros 3 más. Queremos crear un gran ecosistema alrededor de los cookies que tendrían utilidad en todos los juegos y así dar valor a los holders que nos llevan apoyando desde hace ya casi 2 años. Nuestro objetivo es crear juegos entretenidos para los jugadores casuales que puedan descargar la aplicación de Play Store y pasar un rato divertido sin preocuparse de nada más. Queremos traer la adopción masiva a Web3 de esta forma y los beneficios que generamos de la publicidad con estos juegos se usarán para recomprar tokens del mercado y quemarlos, creando un modelo deflacionario para el token. Esto es solo el principio. Esperamos poder participar en los siguientes hackathons para seguir compartiendo nuestra historia con la comunidad de TRON.
Cookies Rush and Run is the first minigame created within Cookies World ecosystem. It's a strategic racing game where users' decisions will play an important role. Cookies have 5 different skills, each specialized for one of the 5 terrains featured in the game. Additionally, there are 4 different zones where cookies can receive a boost based on the accessories they equip. The rarity of cookies will also play a vital role in the game, as rarer cookies will have a slight advantage in races. To make cookies run faster in different zones, feeding and training will be essential. Furthermore, the equipped gear will determine cookies' speed, and players must choose wisely the most appropriate gear for each race. In summary, players must choose the cookie based on its skills and the race terrain, feed and train it to improve its performance in different zones, and equip suitable gear for each race. Although the race is automatic, several factors decided by the players will determine the final result. Players will receive tokens as rewards, which we will buy back from the market using the game's advertising revenue. As users play and win races, they can advance to higher divisions, and the rewards they receive will increase accordingly. Finally, our roadmap includes developing both player versus computer and multiplayer modes. Once ready, we will continue to improve the game by adding more features and the mentioned reward system. Ultimately, we will plan to add the game to the Play Store to reach Web 2 players.
What's crypto do? I think it make it easier to understand. I can draw an analogy with WordPress or Bubble, but WordPress or Bubble, it's the stuff for creation website and web applications in Web 2. And crypto do make the same thing, but for Web 3 users. And we developed a no-code service where everyone can launch their Web3 applications in a few clicks without any technical knowledge, without programming skills. And my aim is to accelerate the mass adoption of Web3 technology worldwide. And we do web easy to use tool for creation Web3 infrastructure.
Something like this is extremely valuable because a lot of people, like you said, to bring the mass adoption, it has to be easy, it has to be simple. And to make it so you can launch a Web3 application without the need for coding, it seems like it's just necessary to exist. So how long have you been working on this? And what made you be like, this is the direction you want to go for building a dApp?
Actually, we start this work more than 1 year ago, but during the hackathon, we do a great job to integrate BitTorrent network, a lot of new type of smart contracts, some AI-powered stuff, and now you can create really huge amount of type of dApps into our service. And yeah, I think
I love that. The ease of use is something that, as cryptocurrency evolves, I think that's really, we need ease of use for new users and even existing users. So one question I have is, what made you choose to participate in the HackaTRON this season?
So we joined the HackaTRON in season 4 because it's a great chance to build something new, to receive some feedback from really really great guys who know their stuff, and of course feedback from TRON DAO community. Actually, the feedback we got from Tron community was amazing. We were really grateful how much the community has supported us. Thank you, guys. It was really cool.
Huge
Good.
shout out to the Tron community. That's not the first time that we've heard that. So again, huge shout out to the Tron community. A lot of our community is very technical and they're very passionate about Tron. So it's great to hear that they're helping out some of the HackaTRON projects. So also, what value were you hoping that your project can bring to Tron or to BitTorrent?
Our goal is to create the best service for building web applications without coding, and tell the world about it. And if we tell about the value for Tron, it's the opportunity to a lot of non-technical people, entrepreneurs, Web3 enthusiasts, create something new, create infrastructure without coding, without hiring extensive blockchain developers. And it's a really great opportunity to improve infrastructure, create DAOs, NFT collections, tokens, multi-sig vesting, staking, and a lot of stuff for Tron in a few minutes. And all of your needs. It's a great idea, and
you can build it.
Yeah, that's an extreme amount of value to
That's
bring
amazing.
on blockchain.
Yeah.
Yeah, so within minutes, bringing that infrastructure, allowing developers, for me, I wouldn't be able to build some of that. So instead of having to hire somebody, I can utilize, the tools that you've provided and save myself a lot of resources. So I can definitely see the value in that. And I guess
And
moving on then, what was one of your favorite aspects when you were first building about the Tron blockchain?
For record, like I already say, we launch our project in a BitTorrent chain, but it's Tron ecosystem. But speaking about Tron itself, it's a great technology with cheap and fast transactions, with interesting consensus mechanism. However, it's essential to understand what Tron, it's not only about blockchain. Tron, it's a huge company what driving entire the free industry forward, and by hosting hackathons, educational events, funding a good startups, and it's really important for all ecosystem, and Tron plays incredibly important role to development Web3 worldwide.
Thank you for those great words. We're always trying to give back from Tron Foundation and Tron DAO. So I do apologize. You are correct. You have said that you were building on BitTorrent. So for the video, if you'd like, that was such a good answer. I would love to put that in as well. But we can also rephrase that. And so what would you say is some of your favorite aspects when you were building on the BitTorrent chain?
BitTorrent is just a Tron ecosystem chain with fully VM compatible, and it's easy to integrate. And but what about Tron? We also want to integrate it to our applications, to crypto, and we already worked on integration Tron Link wallet and native Tron chain. And about BitTorrent, it's just it's a cool network with great community and Tron support, and we just it's just about point of rules of this hackathon, but our users really like this network, and we and our platform already created more than I think almost 1,000 devs in BitTorrent testnet and mainnet both already created into our platform, and it's incredible results. Of course, mostly it's testing from TRON DAO community, but without external marketing and actually in beta testing mode, for me it's a good result.
That's amazing to see so many people, already interacting and utilizing the DApp. So I'm really, again, shout out to the Tron community. So would anybody else like to ask this last question? Or
I'll ask
I
this
can.
one, and then
Perfect.
Ijaz, you can do the closing. And the last question is, so what recommendations or insights would you give future HackaTRON participants?
Just don't afraid to build something interesting. Just don't afraid to communicate with Tron community. And actually, before start with hackathon, I wasn't really sure about how strong the community of Tron will be. And when we start communicate in Tron DAO forum, and when we start talking with people, answer questions, it's something like boom, a lot of
Right.
people.
Yeah, it's surprising. Very active, very exciting, very engaged Tron community.
Absolutely. Just don't afraid to build something new.
That's great advice. Don't be afraid to build. That's amazing.
Love it.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Duelers is an addictive platforms game, developed by the TRON DAO team. The goal is simple but challenging. Complete each level as fast as you can. To make the game more engaging, we have added a twist. There are several TRON tokens at every level. Each token missed will result in a penalty of 1 second in the recorded time. In this case, the player completed the level in 12 seconds, but only collected 3 out of 29 tokens, which results in 26 seconds added to the final score. You can also collect lightning bolts to fill in your energy bar. Once filled, you can use different power-ups, that will help you completing the level faster. These power-ups are Super Jump, Slow Motion, and Super Speed. Currently, we have two different themes in our game, the Mysterious Cave and the Futuristic City. Each one has its own characteristics, with unique obstacles and elements. These themes are the base to create several levels with an increasing difficulty. We are also planning to add new themes in the future, and the third one is already under development. The game offers two modes of play, Duel and Tournaments. Duel mode will consist on 1 versus 1 games where users can challenge other players and bet the desired amount of Tron to see who can complete one or more levels the fastest. In tournaments, there will be an unlimited number of players, which will be allowed to make multiple attempts to achieve and record their best score. We are adding an easy-to-use building interface, as simple as drag and drop elements, that will allow anyone to create and share their own levels. Builders will earn a commission for each game played in their created levels. That has been all about Duelers. We are already working on a saloon where we are planning to add different mini-games, such as snooker, to enhance the player's gaming experience with more options. This is just a sneak peek of what we are preparing.
Hello, my name is Dara from Echo Market, and I am currently a manager in the online gaming space and a very passionate climate enthusiast.
Hi, I'm Paul. I'm a product manager building crypto payment products for Africa, and I'm also a very passionate climate enthusiast. We have other members of our team across other parts of Africa and the world. For example, Olu, our blockchain engineer, is a platform owner at Myco, one of the world's first stream-to-end platforms, as well as other members in other parts of Africa. Thank you.
So the reason we chose to actually participate in the hackathon was to gather funds and community support to test and launch Echo Market on mainnet.
Yeah, as Dara mentioned, we wanted to gather funds as well as, even more importantly, community support, because Echo Market as a project is highly intensive in terms of operations and partnerships as well. In order to succeed, we need to be able to have ways to be able to spread our vision across all of Africa, as well as purchase items that will help us with logistics, collection of plastics, and also even partnerships with potential companies, as well as climate and environment based organizations across Africa and the rest of the world. So participating in this hackathon helps us in terms of getting funds, community support, as well as the recognition in order to be able to proceed with building our vision.
So I think one of the benefits is that Echo Market is a regenerative finance project, which means that we are bringing the benefits of ReFi into TRON, which is basically healthy social and environmental ecosystems, social equity, and economic growth, especially for disenfranchised people.
Yeah, for a lot of people like collectors, waste collectors and recyclers in many parts of Africa, a lot of them, earn very little, and we want to be able to connect them to more companies. And by doing this, we are, onboarding all of these people who are not familiar with the blockchain into Tron by providing crypto, but even more importantly, crypto to cash and other rewards to them. That way they are realizing the benefits of crypto even without directly interacting with it. And apart from this, we are also kind of countering the notion or the assumption that the blockchain itself is very energy intensive. We're trying to show that there's a lot of good that can be done by making use of the blockchain for environmental based projects. So I think our favorite aspect of the Tron blockchain is the technology is great. Like, we found it very easy to integrate to, building the escrow smart contract, building the payout functionality as well. But our favorite aspect really is the community. Ever since we joined the HackaTRON and decided to support Tron with Echo Market, this is like the best community that we've ever engaged with. Myself and as well as some of my other team members are avid builders in the blockchain space, and of all the projects that we've engaged with, the Tron community, I can say, is the best one. And we're looking forward to more support from the community, as well as members of the TRON DAO, the forum, on socials, as well as on Discord and other channels as well.
I think the first recommendation that I would give is to have a demo that you're proud to showcase, that is fully functional and that is easy to test for people in the community. And I think that engaging very frequently as well is very important, because it really helps you to garner feedback and know what you could do better. And even after the hackathon, engaging with the community still, keeping up and sharing updates is very important as well. I think that's one recommendation and insight that I think I would give. Paul?
Yeah, I fully agree. Engaging with the community has been one of the key secrets to our success in this hackathon, and we hope for future successes due to this engagement. I would also advise that as much as possible, let your tech or let the problem that you're solving be at the forefront of what you're building. Right, you don't need to build the most complex tech. The blockchain has a lot of use cases for people building different sorts of projects, so you can apply it as long as you know that you're solving a very critical problem in this society. I think that you're going to get a lot of success if you decide to solve those critical problems. Thanks for the interview.
Thank you.
Okay, this is a quick demonstration of this new project that I've been working on for the past couple months called Bobbybot, which allows you to buy and sell Steam items on Tron. So if you don't know what Steam items are referred to, is on these games like Counter-Strike and Team Fortress for well over a decade now, there's been virtual items that have real world value attached to them. You can buy them for this much, but to actually sell them for real world value, it's a bit difficult, to say the least. And with Bobbybot, I'm intending to provide a service not only to Team Fortress 2, but to Counter-Strike and eventually Rust, eventually both of these, to trade these instantaneously to Tron, so for USDT or TRX. The first thing you do is you log in, and then if you don't have the bot added as a friend, it's gonna tell you to add the bot as a friend, so it can send you trade offers. And then say I have 25 keys and I want to trade them for USDT, and I'll get 41 in return. And I need to connect my wallet, and then do that. Send you a trade offer. This tells you the order number. There's going to be in a later update that'll allow you to search up your order number and get all the information of your transaction whenever in the future. And in order to use this app, you need to have Steam mobile authentication, like any Steam trade. And then once it receives it, it will prompt me with a transaction hash. And then as you can see here, it received the 25 keys, and now it's sending the 41. As you can see, I got sent 41. And okay, I received it. Yeah, I sent 51 to my wallet. But yeah, as you can see, I did receive that. So say I wanted to buy keys, and I had Tron or USDT to pay with it, pay for them. I'd go here, and I would put how much I wanted to swap. Just a little bit. In the near future. And then it sends 750. It signs transaction, and then once it's validated from our backend, then you are able to send an offer. And then however many keys you buy is added to your balance, and you can redeem or withdraw these keys whenever we have stock or you see fit. I'm gonna withdraw. I think if I send an offer with more than like 15 items, it will take a long time to confirm. And then, oh, we got an order. 12 keys, yep. And then accept the trade. So yeah, we sell them for different rates, and these rates will probably change. And alright, we received them. Hooray.
Hi everyone, I'm Luke from USTX team, and today I'm presenting Ergon, our entry for Season 4 of TRON HackaTRON. The goal of the application is to simplify user access to the new TRON staking and allows users to rent energy and save on transaction costs and directly stake TRX and earn rewards. The application is completely decentralized and smart contract driven. Additionally, one of the goals of Ergon is to promote user participation in TRON governance by supporting community-driven super representative. Information about the application are available on our Door Hacks page and also on TRON DAO forum. Let's go through the main features of the application. The renting energy part allows flexible duration renting from 1 to 7 days. The base price is referenced to 1 day with discounts applied for longer periods. For small energy orders, the transaction fees are provided by the contract. Additionally, up to 10% discount is reserved for USTX stakeholders. Energy pricing is not set by the team, but is dynamically calculated by the application depending on the energy usage percentage. The energy orders are automatically released at expiration. Also, security deposit is taken in advance and is automatically returned depending on the recovered energy. The earned portion of the application is based on liquid staking, so the user deposits TRX and gets ERG token in return. The ERG TRX exchange rate will always increase, incorporating all system rewards. This removes all additional operations from the user side, meaning that just holding ERGs allow the user to get all the rewards, including auto-compounding features. So there's no need to claim weekly rewards or pre-stake manually. The base share of the profits is set at 75%, with the possibility to increase to the full 100% share if you hold USTX in staking. One important note is that TRX deposited in Ergon are locked for a period of time that it depends on Tron network parameters. Currently, this parameter is set at 14 days. Partial unlocking is allowed. The application is accessible at ergon.ustx.io and has a very simple interface. All important information are reported in the page, so the currently energy available, the base energy price, which is in TRX per million energy per day, the available discounts, 15% per day for duration, and also up to 10% for USTX staking. So the absolute minimum energy price is reported here. To borrow, the user just needs to set the amount, the duration, and hit the borrow button. A pop-up will show the effective values that the user is going to pay. So in this case, for 250,000 energy for 2 days, the user would need to pay 40.7 TRX. Since this is a small order, it shows that the transaction fees are paid by the contract. By clicking the borrow energy, the Tron link wallet pop-up will appear and the user can sign the transaction. Energy is sent directly to the user wallet by the contract, so no additional actions are needed, and it will be automatically released at the end of the rental period. Comments are welcome on our TRON DAO page, and on behalf of the team, I want to thank all users for the support given so far along the journey. Have a good day.
Hello. Welcome to TRON Power. TRON Power is a decentralized trading platform that helps prosumers, producers and consumers trade renewable energy. Make sure to download TRON Link, Pro Set Wallet to Nile Testnet and get tokens from Faucet. Let's connect our wallet. Now our wallet is connected, click on Go to Dashboard. If you have an account already you will be directed to Dashboard, if not you will be directed to Setup 1. There are 3 types of users on TRON Power. Prosumers, consumers and producers. Producers are people who only generate electricity and sell to others. Prosumers both generate and consume electricity while consumers only consume electricity. Let's create a prosumer account with name TRON Power Demo. And upload our company logo. This will be stored on the blockchain. Set price per kWh to 1 and token to 1. Click on complete account and sign the transaction. Please note TRON Power is still in production and there's a possible chance of encountering a bug. If you do so, kindly reach out to us immediately. Prosumer dashboard is made up of total energy sold, total sales, TRON wallet balance, energy balance. The transaction and transactions history is a demo transaction. You can click on your profile picture to go ahead and edit your price per kilowatt and token price. Now go to Marketplace and see all available prosumers and producers. You can decide who to buy electricity from. Let's make use of Harry Potter. Specify the amount of energy you want to buy in kilowatts. And click on the Buy Electricity button. After that, sign the transaction and head back to your dashboard to check your updated transactions.
Just Money's team is glad to present you today Just Money Spot. Just Money Spot is an environment that enables spot trading and is designed to provide users with the best experience. As always, Just Money's team is committed to delivering something polished that meets all our quality criteria: speed, simplicity, practicality, and ease of use. We aim to provide more than just a limit orders interface. We want to create a space that equips you with the necessary tools and information to make informed decisions and take control over your actions. Our developers and designers are working diligently to offer you a comprehensive and enjoyable experience. You can see here that to provide users with the best trading environment, we have integrated TradingView directly into the DEX's page. All charts, tools, and indicators will be available for Just Money's listed tokens. On the right side, a dedicated window for your favorite pairs allows you to switch between them with a single click. Stay informed while trading. After analyzing a token chart and feeling ready to place an order, take a quick look at the project's Twitter feed to see if there's any news that might influence the token's price action. On the bottom, you can see the traditional trade history. Clicking on a transaction brings you directly to the Blockchain Explorer TRON scan. And finally, the spot orders frame. An order book will be added later. So how to place an order? You can either input the price you want to sell or buy tokens at, or you can click on this button right here. Then you click on the chart and it will set up the price for you. Then you just need to input the amount of tokens you want to sell or buy, sign the approval and transaction, and you are good to go. Just Money Spot will take a small fee on each order to cover the energy costs when the order gets executed. You want to modify your order? Simply click and drag the order lines on the chart. We won't charge you any additional fees for it. As the spot trading platform only interacts with TRC20 tokens, you won't be able to use TRX, but VTRX instead. If you don't have enough wrapped TRX, a pop-up with a wrapper will appear. Thanks a lot for watching this video, and don't hesitate to contact the team if you have any question or recommendation on TRON DAO forum or on our social medias.
Stay tuned as Season 5 of the HackaTRON is just around the corner and we'll have the similar tracks and the price. Looking forward to seeing it. Thank you, everyone.